Friday to you. You know, something a little unpleasant this morning. It smelled like the Salton Sea out there. Did you smell it?
Yeah, I think that's going to play a role in bringing up humidity too. We're getting kind of a flow from the southeast right now. Also, we have a bit of smog in the area, so we have air quality alerts in effect through tomorrow. In addition to the heat, which of course is up there, we have heat advisories and warnings in Southern California.
But that's okay because it's Friday and tomorrow's Saturday.
Exactly, yeah. We'll sort it all out for you. Also look at the tropics. Lots to talk about in weather.
All right, thank you, Jerry. Let's go ahead and turn to that top story this morning. We have updates on the Rosa Fire burning up Highway 74. More homeowners can return to their property today. The fire continues to burn within containment lines with no spread, remaining at just under 1,700 acres. It is 40% contained as of this morning, so progress has been made. And some good news to report as well. One of the 3 evacuation warnings has been lifted. That's mainly over the Pinyon Crest and Taylor area. Warnings still remain in place over Pinyon Pines, however. But some evacuation orders have changed as well. 3 areas have been downgraded into warning zones, meaning many can return home. However, remember, law enforcement police saying it's still in effect where you cannot return if you live under an evacuation order. So the warnings can, the orders still can't. You're looking at some video that's taken near the Riverside County Fire Station 30. We'll continue to monitor changing orders and warnings throughout the day here on NBC Palm Springs, so stay with us for that. Riverside County Animal Services is working around the clock to help evacuated residents take care of their animals. Animal Services has traveled up and down Highway 74 since Tuesday, providing basic needs to animals in evacuated communities. On Wednesday, Animal Services telling us they fed and gave water to over 227 animals in need.
Our field officers are assisting the community with caring for their pets. So many people had to evacuate and leave their animals. And so what Animal Services does is actually take food up to the animals that can't be currently evacuated. When they can be evacuated, we get them out and reunite them with their owners. They are able to go past those barriers during the day and get to the homes. They're talking to the owners to find keys under rocks and so forth, and going into the houses and making sure the animals are okay and have food and water.
Riverside County Animal Services has taken in a number of other animals during the Rosa Fire to both the San Jacinto Valley Animal Campus and Coachella Valley Animal Campus in Thousand Palms. And we have more local news for you. The Indio Police Department reporting this morning 911 lines are down once again. They said in a social media post at around 6 o'clock this morning, multiple agencies are involved. We've reached out to Palm Springs, Cathedral City, and Desert Hot Springs to confirm. We have yet to hear back from them at this time, but if you experience difficulties reaching them, you have some alternative numbers there on your screen. Frontier is the provider for 911 services for the department. They've had this issue multiple times in the past year, most recently about 2 weeks ago. At this time, they do not know when exactly phone lines are expected to be restored. And this morning, Palm Springs International Airport experiencing several flight delays. That's due to a power outage from the air traffic control tower. The outage caused a temporary ground stop, holding up 9 outgoing flights. It has since been lifted to return to normal operations. The airport, however, advising passengers check directly with their airline for an up-to-date flight status this morning. 3 mosquito samples from the Oasis community testing positive for St. Louis encephalitis virus. That's according to the Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District on Thursday. Those samples were collected near the intersections of Johnson Street and Avenue 81, as well as Avenue 82 and 84. If a person becomes infected, symptoms could develop with fever, headaches, body aches, and in some rare cases, death. The agency urging the public to take precaution, reduce the risk of mosquito bites, which includes to dump and drain standing water around your home where the insects can breed, and then use EPA-registered insect repellent when outdoors, especially at dawn or dusk. This week, 3 people who were killed in the terror attacks on 9/11 were identified through new forensic technology. That includes one former Palm Springs resident. NBC Palm Springs' Tiani Jadalang reports.
I feel the same every time that date comes around. That's the first person I think of. That's what Mary Arthun, the parish secretary at St. Teresa's Catholic Church in Palm Springs, has to say about Barbara Keating, a former resident of Palm Springs and at one time a volunteer at St. Teresa's.
She would be in our back room and she'd have all the binders laid out and she would be stuffing them for the next RCIA class, meaning people that want to become a Catholic. She was so devoted with her volunteer work.
Keating was a passenger on American Airlines Flight 11, which authorities say crashed into the North Tower just before 9 a.m. on September 11th, 2001. And 24 years later, her identification has been confirmed through family outreach and advanced DNA analysis, bringing out memories and emotions for so many of those who knew her.
It was just too close to home that something like that could happen to somebody that we knew so good that we were like a dream, a bad one.
Arthun tells me the day of the attacks, Barbara was on her way back to California after taking a vacation to the East Coast.
She really wasn't supposed to leave for like 2 or 3 days. I think it was Boston she was at. She would visit every year. And then they called and said, your daughter got in an accident and can you come and help with the kids? And she said, I'll catch the next plane. So that morning she went and see if she could get a ticket. And it was on 9/11, September 11th.
It was a church's deacon who was supposed to pick up Barbara when she landed. But Arthun says when she hadn't made any contact, that's when he started to worry.
He had the flight number. So when she hadn't called and then we heard all this, he got worried. And he said, wait a minute, I think that was her flight. So he had to go back and look. He realized that the flight was her flight that hit the first tower.
Immediately after, the church hosted a mass for the victims and those involved in 9/11, including Barbara.
We invited everybody and we had a big turnout at the church.
What about family members? Did they fly in?
They did for her. Then we had the memorial service for her, so her children came. She had, I think, 2 sons and a daughter.
And that service is still honored and continues every year on 9/11. Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Go ahead and take a live look outside right now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera in downtown Palm Springs. A hot and muggy start to, well, early beginning at the weekend here as we check in with meteorologist Jerry Steffen. Hopefully there's some good news in the, extended forecast for us. It's getting tough out there.
Kinda? Just put it that way. That's technical terms. Yesterday was very hot. Matter of fact, we set records in Southern California, 119 in Palm Springs and Indio, smashing the old records of 116. Set a while back. Also thermal 117 over the 116 degree record. Even Idlewild tied a record of 96 degrees set 7 years ago. Already triples moving into the valley. 101 in Palm Springs. Light winds, 25% relative humidity. Temps include 95 degrees at Yucca Valley, almost 100 at Desert Hot Springs. 101 Palm Desert, 95 degrees at Indio. San Gorgonio Pass, 101. Yeah, up there at Cabazon. Nothing on radar over Southern California. We did begin with the marine layer, although very light. That is burned off. High pressure, yeah, again, keeping us above normal. 114 to 118, that's where we're going to reside with those high temps today. Dew points in the 40s this afternoon with 116 in Palm Springs today. Keep in mind the normal number. Early August for Palm Springs is 109, 118 at Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage 117, La Quinta, and Palm Desert today. So that extreme heat warning we've been suffering through the last 2 days, still with us, but it expires tonight at 8 o'clock. Includes a good area of Southern California, including the valley. Add to that a smog alert. Yeah, air quality not that great. That's through Saturday evening. The air quality alert for the Coachella Valley. Again today and tomorrow. Comfort Air 3-day forecast up there at 116. The numbers do back off, but slightly. We'll see mostly sunny skies over the weekend. Palm Springs at 113 both afternoons. Olivia.
Thank you, Jerry. All right, more local news for you this morning. Greater Palm Springs Pride Organization announcing today a sponsorship shortfall of $325,000 as they gear up for Pride. Despite the deficit, Palm Springs Mayor Rhonda Hart saying the annual festival will carry on as usual. Organizers believe the sharp decline is a result of the current political climate and a fall in sponsorships. Palm Springs Pride is seeking some financial contributions now to support this festival and the community efforts. Tax-deductible donations can be made online at pspride.org or by participating in Silvercrest's Equality Walk. All the details can be found on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. And a heads up for you, the Palm Springs aerial tramway will be closed the whole day. That's due to technical difficulties. We have limited information right now on the closure currently, but we will report on the developments as they become available. A San Jacinto man was arrested yesterday on accusations of disguising himself as a medical worker and stealing over $100,000 worth of medical equipment in Rancho Mirage. 47-year-old Jason Bronner is accused of committing these thefts back in July. That's according to their Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Authorities say he breached a medical facility off Bob Hope Drive, disguised as hospital staff by wearing blue scrubs and a surgical mask. They say he has done this multiple times in Loma Linda and in Newport Beach as well. He was detained during a traffic stop in Del Mar. He's now held in Indio on $100,000 bail. Still ahead on your midday news this morning, Little Street Music Hall getting ready for its final farewell. We'll have the details a little later on in our newscast, and another live look outside for you. This time our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera on this Friday. We'll have that full forecast still ahead, so stay with us.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. The Galilee Center in Mecca hosted their annual backpack giveaway yesterday to start the new school year off right. Hundreds of bags were given to kids in need of school supplies, I should say. The annual giveaway is made possible by a grant from Bighorn Golf Club, and they've already given away 700 backpacks.
I'm very grateful for the community, for all the volunteers giving us their time, so this can be possible. So I'm just grateful to God to allow us to do this and to do good in the community.
If you were not able to drop off supplies, you can consider a monetary donation at the Galilee Center's website. The organizers tell us that can be found on our newsroom tab at NBCPalmSprings.com. And more backpacks donated yesterday to elementary students at Cabot Yerxa Elementary in Desert Hot Springs. The donations are part of Walter Clark Legal Group's $64,500 worth of brand new backpacks, all filled with school supplies for elementary students across 5 Southern California school districts. The backpacks will be distributed at various back-to-school events this month. It's part of the firm's annual effort to give students the tools they need to start the school year strong. And the Palm Springs Animal Shelter is set to host their annual Clear the Shelter event. It's next weekend, August 16th through the 17th. We are proud to partner with them. We've done this for the last few years. We hope to bring some attention to all of the amazing animals that need forever homes. And adoption fees are completely waived for the event. The shelter is over capacity, so your support is crucial to help find these pets loving homes. Adopters also receive 2 tickets to the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens, as well as an adoption pack from Tail Waggers. We'll have full coverage of the event for you throughout the week and next weekend. And Little Street Music Hall will host its last performance Saturday, August 9th. This marks the end of the Indio venue's 2-year run showcasing local musical talent. The farewell concert, titled End of the Road, will run from 5:30 in the evening until midnight. It features multiple local acts. The venue's closure comes after owners were unable to reach a leasing agreement with the city of Indio, which owns the building. The 300-capacity venue, filled with local musicians, described as a gap in Indio's music scene, providing a mid-sized performance space between small clubs and large casino venues. We hope it's a fun celebration for them to go out with. Live look right now from our Agua Caliente casino camera. A few people starting to dip their toes in. I expect that pool to be full this afternoon. Jerry Steffen has your full forecast right after the break.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies.
Checking the Agua Caliente casino cam as you usually do. Yeah, clear skies over the valley. A little bit of a haze out there. We did set records in the valley yesterday. It was very hot. 119 in Palm Springs, breaking the record of 116 set back in 1980. Even thermal got in on the action, along with Indio. But in thermal, 118, one better than the 117 set back in the 70s. Currently moving into the triples in the valley, 103 at Desert Hot Springs, 100, Indio 101. That's at the airport. Winds a little light and variable, but they will be out of the west a little later on today. Business as usual for early August. Radar, yeah, nothing happening over Southern California. Even widening out the picture, are we seeing any thunderstorms? Yeah, you got to look well to the east of us for action, but high pressure keeping us high and dry. We did have a marine layer again from LA County to the coastal areas of San Diego County, but that's burned off, all of it over the Pacific right now. Ridge of high pressure still with us. Like yesterday, we'll elevate those numbers well above normal. 114 to 118 clear skies, 116 specifically for Palm Springs. Indio at 115 today, even hotter at at La Quinta, 117, 118 Cathedral City and Rancho Mirage today. Because of that, extreme heat warning continues through tonight. After that, the numbers back off, but only slightly. It includes a good area of Southern California, including the Coachella Valley. That expires at 8 o'clock tonight. But you can see it's widespread, not only the Coachella Valley, but into Arizona with the extreme heat warnings around the Southwest. Add to that, the air quality is not all that great. Air quality alert through tomorrow night does include the Coachella Valley and much of Southern California. And hopefully that'll clear up as we move into Sunday and Monday. But overnight lows, because of the high temps today, will reside in the 80s. That's overnight lows. It's going to be a nice evening, I believe. But high pressure begins to weaken a little bit thanks to a disturbance to the north. It kind of squashes it, stretches it out. So the numbers come down, but only by a little bit. Still above normal, 111 to 115. That'll be on Saturday and again on Sunday with those range of temps under mostly sunny skies. Winds not really an issue. They just pick up out of the west at around sunset. That'll be breezy for us in the valley. But we're watching the surface moisture. Today, relatively dry. Our middle of the day, relative humidity close to 10%. But tomorrow we get a surge of moisture into the area. Dew points around 60 degrees. And relative humidity in the middle of the afternoon around 20%. That slowly burns off as we move into a new week. Okay, Henriette and Evo are out there, but they're both basically not to worry about for the fact that Evo's moving over the open waters and stays less than a hurricane, let's say that. Henriette, though, cool waters will tear it apart, but as it moves north of Hawaii, the water temperatures there are around 80 degrees, so it could form into another hurricane, but it'll be well in the North Atlantic. Now, Dexter's done with, but this is interesting. This is a computer look at what we can expect with tropical storms in the North Atlantic. This is the GFS. Now, taking us to mid-August, we could see a system form and move its way generally to the west-northwest. North of Puerto Rico, could become a hurricane. And this computer model has it coming close to Florida and then moving its way to the north and could skirt the coastline of the Carolinas. Again, this is over a week away, and things will change, guaranteed. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 116 today. Pair of 113s for the weekend with mostly sunny skies. Back to normal with the numbers, at least close to it, beginning Tuesday.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Manny the Movie Guy says it's a great weekend at the movies and on streaming. Here's what's new from Hollywood.
Change the hearts you know are wrong.
Freaky Friday just got freakier. This time, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis swap bodies with a younger cast. Lohan with her daughter Harper, and Curtis with her soon-to-be step-granddaughter. 23 years after the first film, the magic is still here. Big credit goes to the cast. They elevate this sometimes silly, oftentimes heartfelt sequel. This one's not just freakier, it's also funnier, and you'll even learn a thing or two about family and empathy.
Oh, girls, that doesn't work. Ow!
I think I just peed a little.
And for that, Freakier Friday gets 3 out of 4. Get your freak on kisses. Also out in theaters, Weapons.
But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty.
The premise is like a true crime drama.
You know why?
17 children disappeared into the night.
And they never came back.
It takes bigger risks.
Barbarian director Zach Kreger returns with a smart horror flick that is like a twisted fairy tale with Hansel and Gretel and the Pied Piper thrown in.
Very sorry.
Separated into vignettes, each chapter is told from a character's perspective, making it clearer and scarier along the way.
We're talking about 17 kids.
Josh Brolin as the father of one of the missing children, and Julia Gardner as the teacher with missing students lead a stellar cast.
Very, very wrong.
Without revealing too much, the bittersweet ending depends on how you deal with grief. And for that, Weapons gets 3.5 out of 4. Where Are the Children? Kisses. And finally on Netflix, Wednesday returns. It's as wickedly, woefully wonderful as ever. I love it.
Thank you very much.
This time, Wednesday and her Addams family must return to Nevermore Academy, facing a new mystery and a much bigger drama. The characters are explored further in here, with the rift between Morticia and Wednesday getting bigger.
I know what those tears mean.
And the performances have never been better. It's always a delight seeing our hometown girl, Jenna Ortega, in the title role, sparring with pretty much everyone.
Secrets are the bedrock.
If I have one minor complaint, Netflix only gave us 4 episodes for part 1. We have to wait until September 3rd to see the rest. But I can wait.
I see you back in Palm Springs.
Yeah, I'll see you in the desert.
And for that, Wednesday Season 2 gets the perfect 4 out of 4 creepy and kooky kisses. I'm Manny the Movie Guy for NBC Palm Springs.
Before we go, some music events making a splash across Palm Springs this weekend. It's the first weekend of Splash House. It starts today. It's a 3-day festival, 4 venues. You've got the Riviera, the Saguaro, Renaissance Palm Springs, and the Air Museum.
What?
Tickets for Splash House available at splashhouse.com. Yeah, no pool at the Air Museum, but after hours is what I've been told. That's
see.
where all the cool kids go.
I was just suggesting that the airplane take you up and drop you into a pool someplace. No?
Yeah, well, we could stop by. Maybe
Bring your
we'll
own
find
parachute.
out.
Okay. Forecast today, we do have a heat advisory along with an air quality alert through tomorrow for the Coachella Valley. So a little bit of a smog out there. Temps in the middle to upper 1 teens today. The numbers go down, but the humidity goes up on Saturday. And then back to normal with the numbers as we move into Tuesday of next week. At least close to it.
Thanks, Jerry. More news at 5 and 6 here on NBC Palm Springs. We'll see you then.